Okay, so today I'm going to show you a really quick and easy tutorial on how to make a COVID-friendly mask. Those of you that don't know me and my background, I am a registered nurse with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and my career was spent mostly in the emergency department, and I'm home now with my babies. But here's just a really quick tutorial. You don't even need to have had much sewing experience. So we'll go ahead and get started here. This one has folds in it so that it fits a lot better than some of the other ones I've seen out there. And it has a little pocket in the interior here that you can put an optional filter if you'd wish. And so far I've just found it to be really comfortable and really fast and easy. So hope you enjoy it. Okay, so I completed the adult-sized mask, which is this version up here, and that was a piece of fabric that was 8 inches by 15 inches. And now I'm going to do a child-friendly version over here, and this one is going to be 6 inches by 13 inches, so we're going to see how that fits her. And for me, if you're wanting to have your pattern in the correct direction, I would have it with the short end here and the long end here, and your pattern running this way, if that makes sense. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a moment here. So yeah, just make sure you cut out a piece of fabric this size. We'll get started. With your fabric cut out 6 inches by 13 inches or adult 8 by 15, we're just going to go ahead and do right side up, and we're going to fold the right sides together into a square like so. And now we're just going to go ahead and do a 1/2 inch seam on the open edge here. So I very quickly pinned together the open edge here. And what we're going to do actually is, so 1/2 inch seam here, and we're going to sew about 2 inches down, and then leaving a gap about 2 inches open for your filter if you desire. And then again starting below and doing another 2 inch seam here. So 2 inch seam, open, another 2 inch seam. And don't forget to backstitch. Okay, so here we have, I'm using 1/4 inch braided elastic, and earlier, this mask is being made for my 3-year-old daughter. So earlier I measured an approximate amount of the elastic to see what length would be good for her, and I measured about 5 inches for her. And so now we have our sewn edge there, and I'm just going to press it with our edge open there. So just go ahead and press that as you normally would. And then we're going to go ahead and add our elastic bands. So you need 2 pieces. So for this child size, I would do, definitely you can measure your child's, what you think they would need, or go with the 5 inches if you have a toddler about 3 years old. And so now what we're going to do is place them inside. And I'm going to pin it down in the corner. So if you want to bring it out there just so you can see what I'm doing, bring it to the corner there, and we'll go ahead and pin that. Pin that. And then we're going to pull it. It's kind of difficult to see, but pull it straight and keep it straight. And then bend it into the other corner, so that it forms a loop on the inside of the project. And then we're going to go ahead and pin that also. So essentially you have your elastic that's formed a loop like that. And just being very careful that when you sew it, you don't get it caught up in your seam. You want to just have it at the edge there and at the edge there, if that makes sense. Okay, so we've pinned our elastic on the one edge there inside. and you want to keep it on the inside. And then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Exactly, and just pin it in each corner so that you have a loop, just like this. So pinned in the corner here, pinned in the corner there, and loose on the middle there. Just a 1/4 inch seam allowance to close this side with your elastic in place is fine. Remembering to, again, back stitch at each side to really reinforce your elastics in place. Okay, so once you've sewn down that whole side like that, just to show you what that will look like, we're not going to turn it right side out yet, but just so that you can see what that's meant to look like, you'll have the elastic in each corner on the one side there. So if you can see that, that's what it's meant to be like. So loose there, but just attached in the corners. And I'm going to go ahead and do that to the other side as well. Okay, I've sewn down both sides, and then we have that little hole that we made previously for the filter, and now I'm just going to go ahead and turn it right side out. Okay, so this next bit can be a little bit tricky to understand, so I'm going to do my best to describe it. But essentially, I've gone ahead and pinned it already, but I find it easiest to describe it as placing pins starting from the bottom up. So from the bottom, 1 inch up, and then 2 inches up from the bottom, 2.5 inches from the bottom, 3.5 inches from the bottom, at the 4 inch mark from the bottom, and then at 5.5, or 5 inches rather. So 1 inch, and then another inch up higher from that one, 1/2 inch higher from that one, 1 inch higher from that one, 1/2 inch higher, and then 1 inch higher. And then what you're going to do is, and you're going to do that to both sides of the mask. And then what you're going to want to do is take the pins and fold them essentially on top of each other to form a fold. And then you're going to repin it at that spot to form your folds. And then this next one, you're going to take it and place it on top of the other one and repin it, causing another fold. And you're going to do that on both sides of the mask here, forming your folds. Okay, so now I have that pinned on both sides. You should have 4 folds, and I should have also let you know that it's on the opposite side to the hole that you made for your filter. So that should be on the inside. So on the outside, then go ahead and sew down 1/4 inch seam allowance on either side. And there you have it. A couple of really super simple, very fast masks that you can make for your family and friends, or give to anyone else in the community that you feel might need some. And that way, and this is in no way meant to replace an N95 or better. It's just merely to save those proper masks for the frontline workers and protect others around us. I think we should do our part. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Tag me at Willow Place Farm if you make this project.